I was at the National Speakers Association several years ago, and there's a guy named Charlie Tremendous Jones in the tuxedo over there, and I was in his booth. Have you guys ever heard the phrase, the person you'll become is based on the people you surround yourself with and the books you read? That's the only difference between you and today and 5 years from today. And I never knew who actually said that quote, but that was a Charlie Tremendous Jones quote. Mark Victor Hansen, the other gentleman I'm pictured with, the co-creator of Chicken Soup for the Soul, one of my mentors, he always used to talk in glowing terms about this gentleman named Charlie Tremendous Jones. So later that night, he says, I will introduce you. His name is Bill Bartman, and he's my guest. Remember those questions I was asking you guys to ask each other? I only had a couple minutes. And one of the questions I asked to Bill that night, I said, Bill, your life story reads like a Hollywood movie. Like, what are you most passionate about in life, and how can I help? And I still remember what he told me. And from the two questions, that has led to a long-term relationship. Now keep in mind, if you guys had a self-made billionaire on speed dial, would that help some of you in any way, shape, or form? Just like if you had a world-class internet marketer that could give you advice, just like you guys have? That's all I was looking for. I wanted to have close enough proximity where I could ask advice of this gentleman. And we connected, and I actually volunteered my time. At the time, he had lost everything. He was worth $3.2 billion, and he lost everything. But anyway, Bill eventually put me on retainer as a consultant to help grow his company. And to this day, he's on speed dial. I'm going to host my own little mini mastermind to kind of brainstorm the next 3 to 5 years of my career. And Bill's taking the time to come. And at $10,000 an hour, that's not an insignificant cost for him because who he is. But because we've given back to him, he's willing to come help us, okay? So let me just show you how cool this is. Alex Mondosian, David Fry, Dave Steck, Ron LeGrand. I didn't know many of these people at all. I met them all at events. I asked them the same two questions. What's most important to you, and how can I help? But write this down. How can I help you is one of the most powerful phrases in the entire English language. I've met the most stoic business people on the planet, and by asking these simple questions, it changes their state. Most people want to pitch, and when you meet an influential person, most people are trying to pitch them right away. Write this down. That is a huge mistake. Don't pitch, invest and understand and add value. I said I just met a National Entrepreneur of the Year. Would that be of interest to you? So I connected Bill and Alex. David Fry at the time, I asked him the same question, and his response was, he was launching a magazine, and he was looking for a free DVD that he can give away that would appeal to entrepreneurs. I said, I just met this guy named Bill Bartman. Would that be of value? And he said, yes. Dave Steck, and then Ron LeGrand, he's a big real estate educator type of guy. And I didn't know him, and literally I waited. There was 200 people after an event that wanted to speak to him, and I waited, and I only had 20 seconds. I said, if I could just get your information, I want to connect you to a self-made billionaire. I think you guys will totally hit it off. Those guys have made millions of dollars together, okay? So again, connections adds value.